Breaking news coming in regard to the Al-Falah University, and this is really not the first time that we have seen terrorists linked to that university. Intelligence reports are now suggesting that an alumni from that university has also been involved in terrorist activities. Now, do remember Dr. Omar Nabi, the terrorist who carried out the blast at the Red Fort area on the 10th of November, was not really the first person, because there are other members of the Al-Falah University. To remember Dr. Shaheen and Dr. Muzammil, others who have been involved with the Al-Falah University. But also back in 2007, it is Mirza Shadab who was also involved in terrorist activities. He was known to have caused that serial bombing that took place in Ahmedabad. He's also a student from that Al-Falah University, a resident of Azamgarh, was the key member of the Indian Mujahideen and also played a key role in the blast that took place in Jaipur. He went to Udupi to collect explosives for the blasts that were then finally executed. That blast that took place in Jaipur, the serial blast that took place in Jaipur in 2008. Akhil joining us to get us the latest on this. Akhil, are we seeing a pattern that's being established here? Because, there is another alumni from the Al-Falah University who was involved in terrorist activities for carrying out blasts, for collecting explosives from one place, transporting it to the other, and then, conducting and carrying out those blasts, those serial blasts that took place in Jaipur.
Absolutely, Divya. If you see what we are seeing, that as per the intelligence sources, if you see that this is not the first time that the Al-Falah terror link has surfaced. Earlier, what we have seen that if you see, go back in 2007, Mirza Shadab Beg, whose name has come forward in Ahmedabad serial blast case. He was also an alumni of Al-Falah University. And if you see, at that point in time, Mirza Shadab Beg completed his BTech degree in electronics and instrumentation. And from there, he has learned the technique of making bombs with the help of IED. So right now, what we are seeing that there's simply a pattern which is being investigated by the central agency itself in connection with the case. And this has also indicates that this very person who has been identified as Mirza Shadab Beg was basically learned to prepare for the attack during his student years as well, because he was the one who has been absconding for years and is believed to be right now to be in Afghanistan. So right now, what we are learning from the intelligence sources that intelligence officials are looking at some of the alumni who have got connection with the university where they are, because if you see at this point in time, there were several names who have come forward, and in which on the hit list, if you see Mirza Shadab Beg's name is at the front, because in 2007 blast, what we have seen that he was one of the prominent person who basically carried out this attack, and he not only was in the national capital region in Faridabad of Al-Falah University campus, because he went to Udupi to basically collect detonators from there. So he has collected large amount of detonators, ball bearings, and he gave it to Riaz Bhatkal and Yasin Bhatkal. So these are the two prominent terrorists whose name has come forward in Ahmedabad bombing. So there's a big revelation by the central agency regarding that. And right now, if you see in a similar kind of pattern, what we have seen on 10th of November, that an unfortunate incident took place in which 15 people have lost their lives, in which what we have seen that there are 5 to 6 prominent doctors from Al-Falah University campus, their name have come forward. And if you see the main suicide bomber, Dr. Umar, he was also assistant professor over there. So what we are learning that still, if you see, there are 5 to 10 people are there still who have been absconding since the blast took place, because they were in constant touch with Dr. Umar, Dr. Muzammil, Dr. Shaheen. So there is a larger nexus which is at play, on which what we are seeing that intelligence key officials are looking on those angles as well.
Absolutely. You did mention, of course, the 10 doctors we believe are missing from the Al-Falah University, which authorities have reasons to believe have links to the terror module. Also, when we talk about Mirza Shadab Beg, the terrorist who has been absconding for the last 18 years, he completed his BTech, like you mentioned, from this particular university, the Al-Falah University, back in 2007. So, there is no coincidence here that all these people got together at the Al-Falah University. There seems to be a deeper link, a deeper connection to the university.
See, right now, Divya, it will be very premature to comment on that whether that incident is linked to this very incident or not. But one thing is very clear: when that incident took place, at that time, Beg was involved in Ahmedabad blast case, and around 15 days before that very incident took place, he reached to Ahmedabad, conducted a detailed recce, and he formed 3 different teams, in which what we have seen that Qayamuddin, apart from Qayamuddin, Mujib Sheikh and Abdul Razik was basically heading all those 3 teams. So there was a deep nexus of Indian Mujahideen which was at play at that point in time. And right now, if you see in this very case, what we have seen, the Jaish-e-Terror module has come forward, and in which not only one doctor, but there were 5 to 6 prominent doctors from Al-Falah University campus. And see their present attitude. They were sitting inside the very campus. They were making videos, because if you see the video which we have got in which it was very clear that video was basically shot at the top floor of Al-Falah University. So they were not only planning and doing the execution part, they were also making terror propaganda videos sitting inside the very college premise, and they are broadcasting from there. So it's a very big concern. So right now, all those who are basically part of this entire nexus of Jaish-e-Mohammed terror module case are being looked into. And what we have also gathered, that there are several teams which have been formed by the central agency, and that are looking for these individuals, because these individuals have basically put their cell phone on switch off mode, and right now their locations are being traced.